Hello and welcome to Daz and Wargaming. You have joined us today for a very special episode. Another sort of hangout and hobby, but also a mental health video. And I'm joined by the one and only Lord of Chaos. Hi mate, how's it going?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, going steady, going steady. I say it's been a hot minute since you've last appeared on the stream. Lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's been a busy one for me, to say the least.
Yeah.
That's putting it lightly.
Yeah.
Really lightly, as you know.
I will say right now that if you hear any screams in the background, it's both me and Ash. It could be in either of our houses right now, as we both have poorly little ones, don't we, Ash? So
Yeah, we do. My little one's got gripey tummy, and I think it's uncomfortable.
Yeah. So apologies for that, but that obviously cannot be helped. So yeah.
No.
Grumpy Ghost has joined. I've not seen you since the last time Ash was on. Is it something to do with Ash stalking? Maybe. Don't know.
I've got a bit of a fan base over in Canada.
I think you might. How are you, mate? I hope you're all right. Yeah, openly admitting I'm here for Ash. Okay, brilliant. I don't blame you. But yeah. So we haven't done one of these in a little while. I think it's all running okay. So I guess we just start off, Ash. Like, hobby aside, how have things been? It's been a little while. You've had a lot happen. I mean, obviously, you can talk about as much or as little as you want, but yeah, what's been going on?
No, it's like hobby-wise. I've only just started up getting stuff done again. I had my recent Warhammer trip. Warhammer World Trip. Played a big old game of 40k with a mutual friend of ours, Neil. Mm-hmm. A 4,000 point game each. So it was lasted all day. It was good fun though. Good fun. Ended in a draw actually.
A draw. Wow.
So that was sort of like after everything that's gone through. It's but no, I've been playing a bit of Blood Bowl lately as well, and
right.
Started painting up my Norse team, and just got involved in the league again. So it's nice. It's nice to get back and hobbying again. I suppose to explain the absence would be firstly, surely you can hear her in the background, but my my little girl, who is now a month and a half old.
Yeah.
So she's a very recent addition to Lord of Chaos Clan.
Yeah.
And as I suppose the different background, I suppose you can't really tell, but moved house completely now. So new house.
Yeah.
And actually have a proper dining table.
Yeah.
That I can actually do this on, and an actual table I can hobby on instead of sitting in my daughter's table.
It's amazing.
In her room.
Yeah, so
it is amazing how
going
much.
Up in the world.
Yeah, going up in the. And I didn't have to pay for this table either.
Wow.
So that's
Even
that
better.
was even better.
Yeah. Even better.
And on top of that, all this stuff isn't cheap. So I've had to work a lot.
Of course. Yeah.
It's a matter of fact that really.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we've managed to hold the fort just about without you. We've had no voiceover guy, and all that sort of content has obviously stopped because like you're quite a crucial part in doing that with me. And a lot of that sort of stuff. So we've basically been relying on a couple of tutorials, which I will point out. Mark did his first video for the channel on leveling up terrain, and it is bloody fantastic. I was blown away by that. So great first video, and can't wait for him to do some more. He made me up my game anyway. So I don't know.
Yeah. You've released one for your flesh tones as well recently.
Yeah. I'm quite proud of it. So hopefully anyone that's watched it enjoyed it and felt that it was helpful. Hopefully the quality is better. It's kind of what I'm aiming for. But yeah.
It's a bloody good video.
Oh, thank you. Did you make it to the end?
I did actually. Yes.
Wow.
And
nice.
I was going to try some.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, let us know.
No.
But yes, so obviously all that's gone on for you, obviously very stressful, moving house. Anyone that's done it, it's just an absolute nightmare. I was fortunate enough to actually have Ash help me move. I don't know how I would have done it without him. So, but still, yeah, definitely had sleepless nights even doing that. And so anyone that's done that...
It's one of those things where you have to do it, and it's no matter how much you plan it, it's always a bloody stressful thing because nothing goes right ever.
Hi, Too Many Minis, Dan, hello, and hello to Chris Archer. Hello, man. How's it going? Thanks for joining. So I think the worst thing about me moving was realising how bad my hobby addiction was. The amount of moving, plastic crack and white dwarfs and everything else was just stupid. So
the white dwarf box especially was really heavy. So
right. Did your back in?
I was on a lot of meds.
You were. But yeah,
because I had to go up in your loft as well. I had to because I'm scared of heights, so I had to take some Xanax.
Yeah. Oh god. Neither of us wanted to be up there. But obviously all that sort of into consideration. How's mental health been?
Oh well, it'd be one of the other reasons why I've been absent. So yeah, it's been a difficult. I think having the three most stressful things that could happen to a person in like normal life didn't help. So I've been in my new job now just over 6 months. I've been lucky enough to pass probation, which is good. But with passing probation is, there's a lot of things that you need to target for now. So the pressure's on at work, especially in the field I am. It's all target and KPI driven. And then you've got to move. Then you've got a baby come in, which is, even though I've had two, it doesn't get any easier on the third. It's always very stressful. But Steph took it, did it like a champ. She's a brilliant mum, so can't really complain that. And little Evie is a little superstar. Be it she got a poorly tummy, you probably hear her now. What you're talking about. But yeah, no, it's that's been great. The move was stressful, and that's the main stressful thing. So yeah.
I think your mic's just gone quiet, Ash.
Oh, has it gone quiet?
Yeah, I don't know whether you just moved something or.
Oh, I may have done. Hang on. So,
Oh my god, there
is
we
that
go.
better?
Yeah, that's better. So yeah, so mental health obviously ups and downs for you then, really.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, I was distracted as well.
Right, no.
An episode, well, about 3 or 4 weeks ago now, that I did confide in Daz as well, and he's always been there for me when I needed to. But this is probably the worst it's been, especially sort of depression and anxiety wise for a while now.
Yeah.
Now, I do just a disclaimer before I start going through everything. So I am seeing people for help, and I am talking to people, so I am in a better place now. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, though it's been a rough ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you've got a lot to do, and I suppose when you so when I was speaking to the professional about it, and I won't mention their name because, but when it comes to sort of the way I think when it comes to depression and anxiety, it's getting trapped in here, and you start thinking things that aren't about yourself, that isn't necessarily true, but in your own mind it is true. And that's where the sort of I suppose it's like friction of the mind comes in, and you're constantly battling that little voice in the back of your head with the negativity, be it whatever that negativity is. And basically that what that voice is saying isn't true.
No.
But you can't believe it. You can't believe it's not true. And that seems to be everyone's got their different trigger points for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, without going into too much detail, what's been going on? Yeah, that's how I've been lately. But I'm on the mend.
Nice. Yeah, that's the main thing.
I'm seeing people. I'm doing things again.
That's the main thing.
Because I suppose when sort of depression and anxiety comes along, especially with depression, when it comes along, it's like a bloody endurance test nearly. It's you've got to get up, but you don't want to get up, but you do it anyway. You work for an hour and you stop and you think to yourself, oh, I don't want to work anymore, but you still push through it. You next work for another hour, and so on and so forth. You eat even if you're not hungry. If you can force yourself to do these things that are, I suppose a lot of people relate to simple things that become difficult. So just even going through your day, it is an endurance, and you sleep and you're not tired, and you stay up and you're worrying, and there's all these different types of things, and I suppose if anybody who has suffered with it understands how mentally taxing it can be, and that becomes physically taxing, and so on and so forth. But it once you sort of find I suppose it's a bit like training your body, trying to train your mind. Once you sort of start getting into a routine, because that's what knocks me off, I suppose, is when something knocks me off my normal routine, and things that aren't in my control go wrong. You sort of blame yourself for it, and that's where it goes from. So without going on a tangent, but But yeah, I don't know your thoughts on it, but that's how I've
Yeah.
sort of processed it lately.
Yeah. So obviously, anyone in the chat as well, or even if you're watching this back, if you want to put anything in the comments or in the chat live, I know a lot of people suffer with anxiety, depression, that sort of thing on different levels. So do reach out. We say it every time we do one of these is that do like give us a message. If you want to talk about anything, and it's not just hobby related. Like honestly, like we're not professionals or anything, but
No,
we're experienced veterans. So yeah,
it's the best way to describe it, I suppose.
Yeah. And I think the key word that you said was like understanding people, understanding it, and that's the key really. I feel is that you know myself and you have gone through our fair share of different things, feelings and emotions. And although I can appreciate and understand what you're going through, I can't know what it's like.
No,
And
everyone seems to have their.
and that's the key. I think is that if anyone's got someone close that's sort of suffering with depression or anything, is that I think that's where open-ended questions are helpful, rather than sort of telling someone how they should feel or how they are feeling, because there's no way of knowing, no matter what your experience.
I suppose with the professional I'm speaking to currently,
Yeah.
the first thing they asked me was, so for me to understand you, what would be the best way for me to ask Ash how he's doing?
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose the only at the time I was like, this is a very, very strange question, because there's only really one way you can ask someone how they are. So I answered, "How are you doing?" And he asked, "Okay, how are you doing?" But I tell you what, it made me stop for a second and actually think about that question.
Mm-hmm.
And you really, because it's easy just to go, you know what, I'm all right.
Yeah,
You might not be.
it's like a default response, isn't it?
Mm,
It's like
mm.
you never say
And
no, like you never say
I'm
no.
sure if I had just said no, no, exactly. I'm sure if I had said, yeah, I'm all right, that they would have sort of pressed to more questions. But I actually sat there and actually thought about the question, and the response I gave, I suppose at the time, was really well and really badly is the best way to answer that question. And he asked, let's say using pronouns they asked, okay, why did you include very badly? And I suppose the best way to describe that answer is that there is a lot of good that happens. So new baby Evie is cracking, like the house is brilliant and things like that, but very badly because so in my mind you can't comprehend how badly your thoughts of yourself are. So it's easy to say yes, I'm okay, but it's also easy just to sit back and think, actually, how am I doing?
Yeah.
Because at one point you think you might be okay, and then one little thing will happen, and then it's, oof, oh no, actually, I might not be. It's a strange one. It's just a question. It was a question that got me really thinking. Now that when people ask me questions, I usually give myself maybe 3 or 4 seconds to sort of process the question before I answer, especially when it's something personal.
Yeah. I just want to apologise that Ash, your camera has frozen.
Has it?
Yes, but it's a very flattering photo.
Is it just me looking down? Oh, I've just seen it on on the stream.
Ash is asleep.
Wake up, camera!
I don't know if it's going to catch up, but
it may do.
But yes, good insights actually, Ash. There, Things to think about.
Yeah, it's just like food for thought, really. Is it?
Yeah.
Some people will just listen to that question.
He's back.
Ah, okay. Some people would just probably listen to that and think, "Oh, that's just daft." Some people might actually sit there and think, "Actually, that's."
No, I like things that make
Yeah.
that make you think.
It's one of those because you can be doing really well and really rubbish at the same time. It's a strange one.
Yeah, I agree.
Really is. You can be on cloud nine with a few good things that happen in your life, but one or two things. Like some people say, nobody really concentrates on positives anymore. You could have like 10 positives to one negative.
Yeah.
And that negative becomes the subject.
Yeah.
Becomes the response. Because, it's just a fact, really. People do reflect on negatives more than positives.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I think everybody's guilty as well of that.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And that is sort of leads on to what the professional said after that. It's once you more on those positives, you tend to see things in a different outlook. Maybe not a more positive outlook, but a different outlook. You start to think a bit more instead of actually thinking, everything is great or everything is rubbish. Is that actually these are things, and you think to yourself, can I control this?
I guess it kind of promotes it promotes like rational judgments, feelings, things like that, because you're thinking about it rather than just being so it's sort of like being negative's fine, but is it irrational, or is it just that you are doing it like almost like a self-destruct thing,
yes.
Because not everything's like hunky dory, is it? You got to be a realist.
No, exactly. And I think also these days people try or fixate, and I am 100% guilty with this. Is you fixate on stuff that may be out of your control, and it really becomes sort of like a, my God, how am I not fixing this? It's because you can't control it.
Mm-hmm.
So would it be better to move on to something that is controllable?
Yeah.
And I suppose the greatest sort of example is if you're stressed at work and it's causing you issues.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gets stressed and annoyed at work. I do every day. But yeah, it's sort of like a sort of trying to give myself a different outlook on how things work in a day.
Yes.
Not everything is rubbish, but not everything is great at the same time.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, it's a matter of opinion on how you're doing, or your personal opinion on how you are actually doing. And sort of speaking to someone about that, and I'll sort of promote it at the end of this, but it's something, even if you just want to talk for an hour with somebody who will listen, it's a good way of sort of making you think about what you're doing and how you're feeling. It's a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure. As hobby goes, then, have you got anything on your hobby desk at the moment? Are you doing anything hobby-wise?
Yes, I am. I am currently trying to sort out my Blood Bowl team because I've played a game recently and I've had to swap in some players. So I'm currently building an extra Norse lineman. when some players get injured or miss games or even die in a game, you have to replace, and you haven't got enough players, you have to replace them with journeymen.
Oh god, yeah.
And annoyingly, they can only be a lineman type role, and the box only came with 6 linemen, and I've got too many. I don't have enough. So Yeah. What about you, mate? What are you working on?
Some more plague toads.
More flying.
I did one for the tutorial. Now I'm like going like mental trying to get the others done.
For anything in particular?
Yeah,
or?
I'll go into detail on that. That's more of the hobby side of it. But yeah, anyone who's watching, what are you working on? That's what we usually ask. So this stream's no different than normal. What are you working on, and how are you all? So yeah, how do I put this? Got last minute suckered into buying the Slaves to Darkness box.
Suck it. Okay.
It wasn't my fault. No, okay, no. Hear me out. Yeah.
Right. No. Okay. Explain yourself.
Hear me out. So, you know how I don't know if you know actually, because obviously I don't know if you if this has come to light since you were last on. But anyway, I've realised that in my hobby, I enjoy it the most and get projects done. By projects, I mean finished armies, such and such. When I make the army quite heavily themed, whether that's converted, weird paint schemes, and give it a good backstory and it's unique. Basically, that.
A bit like your trolls.
Yes, and a bit like Nurglneth.
Yes.
That sort of thing. Like, if I ever buy an army which is just off the shelf, I just always end up failing. So I need a good inspiration to want to do something.
Okay, yeah.
So like, and I've gone, okay. Like, I was thinking of a Stormcast project, but not traditional sort of Stormcast, obviously. But actually, the idea fitted Slaves to Darkness better. And what I wanted to do another heavily Nurgle themed army. So whether that first it started off as Nurgle Stormcast.
Mm-hmm.
That with loads of chariots.
Nice.
But the chariots were going to be too hard to do what I wanted to do with. And then the Slaves to Darkness box started coming out and popping up everywhere. I was like, oh my god, that Demon Prince looks amazing.
It is good, isn't it?
Like,
it is awesome.
The Chosen, okay. And the Battletome cover is like the best cover ever. But I digress. I thought, Slaves to Darkness have chariots.
They do.
It just so happens that chariots are now really good for Slaves to Darkness.
Oh, are they?
I've
actually got two.
They're one of the best model the war scrolls in the book. But yeah.
Oh wow! I've actually got 2 chariots I need to build. So
yeah.
Is horses or gore beast, or is both good?
I'll go with horses. I mean, both are good for different reasons, but horses seem to be the. And I can explain that in a minute if you like. So basically, Nurgle themed. So what I'm going to be doing, chariot heavy, is replacing the riders with Blight Kings. For start off, turning the chariot itself into more of a boat shape with barnacles.
No, love it. Yeah.
And because the Chaos Chariot comes with the harness for a Gore Beast, i.e. a single miniature rather than the 2, which most chariots have, which is really a pain in the ass to convert, I can replace the Gore Beast with Plague Toads.
Ah, love it.
So I'm doing Plague Toads pulled Nurgle chariots. Something about a chariot being pulled along by something that hops is hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh god, I do hope Total War Warhammer do that and make the animation for it now. I'll be upset.
Yeah. So that was kind of the tipping point for me to be like, yes, okay, Slaves of Darkness is it. So, and it just so happens the box was out on pre-order, and I was like, you know what better time? Like, I've decided this is the army I want to do, and the box set's out. So it's like, let's do this, and let's make it really nicely, nicely Nurgle. So just go into the chat a second. Sorry. So Dan is working on Dark Angels, Heresy Dark Angels, I assume. Chris Archer's working on lots of Seraphon. Michael Russell.
I had a message from
Michael Russell. It's been a while, man. How's it going? He's working on some Night Lords. Possess. Nice.
Nice one.
Nice one. Yeah, thanks for joining, everyone.
Chaos! Love
yeah,
it.
there's a lot of chaos. But yeah, so Seraphon can be chaos. Technically, they're demons. So
Yeah. I don't think they've got the keyword
no,
anymore.
they're not anymore. It ruined it.
No.
But anyway,
They ruined it.
No, chariots, mate. If you're interested, very, very quickly, they both have like an impact type damage. The difference is that the horse drawn one does impact damage when it charges, whereas the Gorbeast one does damage when it moves over units. On the face value of it, so the Gorbeast can charge, attack, and then it gets a free move after it's attacked.
So it's like it's crashing through. So
yeah. The downside to the Gorbeast, it has the potential to do a lot of damage, but the problem is it has to survive a round of combat or whatever it charges before it can then do the move. Whereas the horse one does the mortal wounds on the charge before anybody strikes.
Yeah, in that case, horses would be.
Yeah,
and I bet horse chariots are still battle line, whereas I bet Gorbeast.
You know what?
Is not.
I think they both can be.
They probably.
I think they can. I'm not sure. I didn't even look that far because I thought, well, Chosen are going to be my battle line.
Chosen look. The new Chosen look brilliant.
So bloody expensive points though.
Oh yeah, they're probably what 3 wounds.
Yeah, I think they are.
There you go.
Yeah, but hey,
probably hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s.
I think you can have them on 2s.
Oh yeah, they've got great weapons, haven't they?
And I think they're like 3 attacks each, maybe 4 on the charge.
Nice.
I think you can get them up to 5 attacks each with the Mark of Khorne. And 6s are like mortal wounds.
Nice.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's quite cool. But hey, I'm not really looking at it like that. I'm just literally want a fun looking army. So
yeah,
I'm just going to make it look as good as I can make it look, and as funny as I can. Make it look.
It's sort of like an interesting concept, all of it, isn't it?
Exactly.
Nurgle Neff and then Slaves to Darkness Nurgle.
Yeah, exactly.
The Barnacle Boys and their boaty boats.
Exactly. But yeah. Yes, that's what I'm working on. I'll say that I went on a bit there. That's what I'm working on, Ash. You asked what are you working on? Oh my god.
No, that sounds awesome. We need to do sort of like a long live stream with I suppose with most of us on the stream if we can. So maybe and sort of have the cameras pointing down to what we're doing one after another and sort of talking about our stuff. Cool. That could be an idea.
That would be cool, yeah. I don't know if
now that I'm back, the ideas will start flowing.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Rich has like a camera though that faces that way, so he probably won't be able to. But
you can just put it up to the camera.
Yeah. But I mean, Mark being on board now has been really helpful. Like getting some videos done, joining us for content and things like that. I think the us running through the event pack for the tournament was really, really good. That was really enjoyable to do. So obviously, anyone that hasn't already, you can go over to Battlefield Hobbies and grab tickets. It's in March. I think there's about 10 tickets left out of 30.
Oh wow! Wow.
So yeah, really popular this time round.
It's been a while since I've checked the quantity of tickets.
So do go and get them now because I feel that they will go even quicker in the new year because I think once Christmas is out of the way, people's spending for that's gone. New year, new army is Games Workshop pushed that quite heavily. It's just every excuse that there to start a project and run it at this event because it's perfect for new players, new armies, running things that you wouldn't necessarily run. But those tickets will go, and there is no space for any more because Mark's doing all the terrain, and I can't put him through that. I think.
We could put him through that, and baptism of fire. That's your initiation.
It sounds bad enough as it is. Mark, do you want to join Dasmal Wargame? Oh yeah, thanks, mate. It's a real honour. Right, mate. Here's loads of scenery. Paint it.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be doing content. No, mate.
No. You can do a video while you're doing the terrain.
Yeah. You like terrain, right? Yeah, do a video on how you do it.
But do go check out the video because it is cool.
Yeah.
Straight after the stream, in fact, just go to our back catalogue. If you're wanting to know who voiceover guy is and what he was doing, you go to our faction review videos, which
I say, what is it now? Less than a month now till my birthday Warhammer World trip, but unfortunately, Ashley can't make it, which is very sad. I'm very sad.
Right, I can't make it this time. No,
but it's fine. I understand. That's absolutely fine. I was having a look to see how much it would cost me to get a full-size cardboard cutout to take of you. It'd be like 25 quid, and I thought that's so worth it. Just have you stood like round the tables, have like selfies with you and stuff.
Yeah, I'll record some quips that I make as well. When you just press a button, like one of those little key rings. When you press a button, it does like a quote of somebody.
Yeah. The thing is, at the end of the visit, I was just going to leave you somewhere obscure, like on one of the big dioramas or something in the exhibition. Everyone would be like, "Sir, can you get out of there, please? Like, he's ignoring us."
Oh dear, no, I am gutted I can't go. It's a pain. But no doubt we will make another trip at some point.
Yeah, sure, I'm sure. I've been going quite a lot recently, so but it's always fun. And it'll be awesome because my game at Warhammer World next month will be against the gent that is Peachy. So my Sylvaneth, Nurgle Sylvaneth will be
Nurgle
will be getting that arses kicked by Peachy. Or the other way around.
As he said, what he's
no, he won't tell me.
He
won't tell me. I'm trying to whittle down what armies he's got.
Gloomspite gets all goblins.
All goblins. Oh my god. No.
Maybe one mangler squig, but that's it.
I say Jack's going to be having his first ever game of AOS.
Nice.
He wanted a win, so I've paired him up with Rich.
Make sure he buys you breakfast.
I'm joking.
And with a coffee.
Yeah, and a coffee, extra bit of black pudding, and a beer later, actually. It's my birthday, come on. Rich won't be watching this back, it's fine. But yeah. Yes, so I think that's the hobby side of things covered. I think we've just lost Ash as well. Is it my end or is it Ash's end? Might be Ash's end. Yeah, I'm still connected. Oh no, we've lost Ash. If we lose him completely, then I will end the stream and come back. There we go. And I think he is gone. Is he coming back? Let's have a look. See if we can get him back. Oh, there he is.
I don't know what happened there.
I'll tell you what, you put me in the right pickle.
Sorry. Oh dear. Wow. First day back on it.
Why?
Why? Oh dear.
Okay. So yes, so that's that. We kind of chatted about the hobby side of things. Anything else that any topics you want to bring up, sort of whether that's mental health, hobby, or a bit of both that is sort of related?
Oh, we'll move on to more mental health in a bit, but
yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, well, why don't we go through a bit more about the tournament next year again?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So
we with Mark joining as well. He'll be a participant.
He will.
Still, yes. I suppose the real question is: do we bring the microphone and the speaker again?
We bring the microphone speaker. I've already said.
That's handy, then.
Yeah, because I said that was one of the best bits about the tournament.
It did make Lewis was so negative.
I know, but everybody that came said that it was amazing. Because everybody was like, "Oh, Ash was really good at doing like the announcements and stuff. Like you got everybody's attention." Like,
so Ben, when I was tapping the microphone, Ben was like, "Oh, don't tap your microphone." Ben, I just bought this for £2. I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, it nearly didn't happen. The microphone thing.
Nice
when we
one. Yeah, Chris has just said definitely have to get a tournament ticket tomorrow. Be his first ever one. Nice one. Well, you won't regret it. You won't regret it. They are always, well, I say always. The last one was great for first time tournament goers and things like that. What I will say is you've got two options. You can either go through Battlefield Hobbies. There's for sale on there, nice and easy. Or if you message us or me directly on any social, you can pay via PayPal to us. Essentially, all that does, you'll get an email confirmation of your ticket, but essentially what it means is that it's tax-free for us.
Yes.
So ultimately, yeah, we get a bit more money out of it. So it helps the channel, basically.
Damn you, tax.
Yeah.
I'd imagine Chris would bring Seraphon then if he's working on it.
I doubt it.
He messaged me today asking if I had any random chaos parts. I most certainly do, Chris. I will get them to you. Do not worry. I know they're knocking about somewhere. So, yes, we'll sort that. But it's good to see that you'll get involved in the tournament because it was probably one of my favourite things I did. Well, it was this year, wasn't it? The channel. It was just.
Yeah,
it was just such good fun, and everybody you met there was brilliant. Everybody had good games.
Yes.
I don't think there was anyone who had you always get one who has a bit of a shonky game maybe, but I think no, everyone was a diamond.
Yeah.
Really.
I will say, Chris, if you missed it, do go back and watch the video where we go through the event pack, because it's really it's laid out and explained and things like that, and it'll give you a good idea of what to expect. And obviously, if you haven't already as well, you can go and watch the video of last year's. We did a whole big sort of vlog on the whole event, so it'll give you an idea of what it sort of was like.
Yeah, yeah.
Ignore the silly stuff.
There was a lot of that, but that's what made some of it. It's great.
That is great. The lovely town of Banbury, Oxfordshire.
But I had my energy for the day though. For the first day, I had me porridge.
Yeah, you did. Richard had a gun.
Yeah. Oh, bless him. Well, bless old Richard. I suppose I'll have to draw straws on who does if there's an odd amount.
He's already agreed to do it.
Oh, banging!
Yeah, he's quite happy to run his Skaven, so that's fine. Yeah, but I say he's quite happy to do it this time round. It seems, but I just remember the look of dread on his face when I was like, "Rich, we've got odd number." He's like, "Oh, what were the chances?" It's like 50-50, mate. It's 50%. It's 50%. Is what this.
Oh, good Lord, Richard.
No.
Oh dear. I haven't seen Trilby in a while. Actually, I should.
No.
I should carry on avoiding him.
Has it been nice?
Huh?
Has it been nice?
It's been. I've had less moaning at me.
Oh well, that's nice then.
Anyone who knows Rich knows it.
Yeah. So for me, he's getting 2K practice games in I do have Deepkin painted up, but definitely Seraphon. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice one.
No, do that if you wanted to play any of us from Daz Wargaming for a practice game. I'm sure if you had a weekend spare where we're also free, I'm sure one of us would be happy to help you with that. And I suppose in terms of how Daz, Mark, and maybe Rich would be your best bets for those.
Yeah, definitely.
If it was building sheds, I know how to build a shed if you needed help with that, but but no, just get those games in, mate. And I think the best part of that the tournament was that there were so many different varied players. Everyone had different playing abilities, and I think everybody learned something in their games as well.
Yeah.
That's what I liked seeing. Even just chatting to some of the people during their games is like, oh, I've just done this. I wish I'd done that now. It's made me think. I was like,
yeah, it was just so cool. Like all the different armies, people at different skill levels in one room. No sort of like attitudes and things like that. Really laid back. A lot of like. There's a lot of noise it weren't there in the room, like filled with like a lot of funny moments. It's really atmospheric and like things like that. And obviously Ben doing the streaming, he's doing that again. That was amazing, having a top table streamed. Like
yeah, that was cool.
That was amazing.
I was just impressed with the mix of armies. There was I don't think there were many armies that weren't represented. I think the only ones that weren't were maybe Nighthaunt. I don't think I saw a Nighthaunt army.
Actually, if you think about it, there were quite a few. There was Nighthaunt, wasn't there?
Oh, really?
There was no Gloomspite.
No Sylvaneth.
There was no Sylvaneth. There was no Fireslayers.
There wasn't.
There was no Khorne. There was no Slanesh. There was no Tzeentch.
Oh goodness, yeah. All the archetypes.
There was no Sons of Behemoth.
No.
I think that's it. I think. Yeah, there was no Flesh Eater Courts.
No. I think someone did ally a bit of Flesh Eater Court.
Maybe. I think the popular ones were definitely Maggotkin, Daughters of Cain.
Yeah, there's Daughters of Cain.
Citizen Sigmar had a good show.
Yeah.
With Stormcast Eternals, obviously. Soulblight.
Yeah.
Had a few. I think we had one Slaves to Darkness, one Ossiarch Bone Reaper, one Ideneth Deepkin. Auric Warclans had a good showing. That included Cruel Boys as well.
Mm-hmm.
Seraphon had quite a few.
Yeah, there was
two or
loads
three.
of Seraphon players.
Yeah, two or three. One Beast of Chaos.
Yeah, that was interesting to see.
Yeah. One or two
Ogres.
Lumineth.
Yes, two Lumineth.
And a couple of Ogres. 3 Ogres.
Yeah, 3 because Paul and Toby had Ogres.
And Dan had Ogres.
Yeah, so...
I mean, still, over that amount of players, it's still quite a diverse amount of armies.
I was surprised I didn't see any Fire Slayers.
Yeah.
Very surprised. That was,
I think, I just don't think they were that... The tone was very new, because it came out that weekend, I think the weekend before.
Mm.
And I don't think they're that popular. I'll be honest, I don't think they're that popular. I think it's down to their model range. It's very sort of like hero heavy, and a lot of the models look samey.
Yeah, you've got Fire Slayers, Heroes, and Magna Drakes.
It's like, if you don't like painting like half-naked dwarves, then you're kind of out of luck. Because there's not a lot of other models in the range. It's like any other army, you don't like painting one sort of thing. There's usually some other unit you can paint that fulfills what you want to do. But Fire Slayers are pretty much like, you're stuck with angry naked dwarves.
Oh dear. It's like Banbury on a night out.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, Ash, you probably already know I've made it quite vocal. Yeah, I've been quite vocal about it, but I've obviously totally detached myself now from 40k as a player. I know that it's still a love of yours, obviously, which is great for the channel and stuff, and good for you, obviously, like enjoying it. That's fair play. But obviously, I feel kind of sad that I don't enjoy it. It'd always be nice to play you and things, but
40k has been in a strange place for a while with 9th edition, and it as much as the balanced data sheets have helped match play, it's still annoying that you need so much paperwork now to remember what is what with the balance when you do play a bit of match play. And even if you play narrative play and you're not using the balanced data sheet, then you go back to that issues of how the balance of the armies again. So yeah, completely understandable why. And is it anything? Is it just the way it's played at the moment that's put you off?
You know what? I don't think it's 100% the game's fault. I just find Age of Sigmar too damn enjoyable. You know what I mean? And as a rule set, so like, even if 40k wasn't in maybe the mess that you hear about, I probably still wouldn't be overly keen, just because I'm kind of in a place where I want to be with my hobby with this. So it automatically puts 40k on a back foot anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. So I'm already thinking a little bit more negatively about it anyway. And then the fact that obviously you hear these things and you experience them in the old game you do play, it's like, just because even the game we had, like the doubles game, I mean, it wasn't planned well, let's be honest, but it was just a little bit of fun. But well, it's supposed to be that. But like,
I had fun.
Well, no, what I mean is, I had fun because I was enjoying a hobby with friends. But the way the game played out wasn't enjoyable.
That's fair.
Because, like, it just felt like, oh look, there's some stuff. Okay, we've shot it. Okay, that's gone. There's nothing there's nothing you can do about it because we're going first. Like, that's it. So and I just don't think that.
I suppose that's sort of the risk when it's a futuristic one. So the gun battles, whereas at least Age of Sigmar, it's there's more there is shooting in that, whereas 40k seems to be the reverse of that, or shooting than.
I just wish that it hadn't played like that.
But yeah, I would say I probably had more, because I've played a bit of Age of Sigmar, and every game I've played has been very enjoyable.
You just don't like the role of priority.
That's the only thing I sort of go. It's like, okay, I do get it as a concept, but it's a concept that makes me go. It's not a turn-based game, then, is it?
No, I've just come to accept it.
Yes, and
like
that when you play more and more games, you sort of get more strategies.
Yeah,
and
I don't
think that's my hang up, because I don't think about the priority because I'm not used to it. But if I play more games and sort of get used to it more, then I'll start thinking, okay, well, I need to move this here and here just in case this happens. I need to react to it if I don't get priority and things like that. It's one of those. But I'm sure the more AOS games I have, and I do plan on doing it, because the new Slaves to Darkness box is fantastic, and your to Lord of Chaos will be getting it as well.
Yeah, have you pre-ordered, or are you just going and picking it up?
Not yet, unfortunately, but I will be getting it at some point, because that Demon Prince is amazing. And
how are you building yours?
It's a good way. Now that you've told me chariots are really good, I still have chariots that I need to build upstairs. And you've seen my army. I'm very knight heavy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And I love the carriage rate.
Mm-hmm.
And I did get some more Varangard as well.
Yeah, well, Varangard is still viable. Archeon's still a bit of a monster, but obviously that is your army.
Yeah.
I think, my Demon Prince, I'm going with the Nurgle head, obviously.
Yeah.
Wings, because wings are better than the trophy rack, in my opinion.
Because you want the extra movement.
I mean, you can, instead of having wings, you can have a trophy rack, which means you don't take battle shot within 12-inch bubble. So it's not totally useless, but
if you're using mainly chariots, then
I don't want a foot slogger Demon Prince.
No. That's if it were a wizard, if you're going Zinch one, then it's not so much of an issue.
Yeah.
Foot slogging, but you don't know. You don't want it.
Would you go sword or axe?
Aesthetically, axe.
Yeah. Axe is cool.
I feel you can customize an axe pretty well, actually.
The only thing with an axe is I just don't feel like axe is very nurgly.
Depends how you do it, because you could do like a rusty axe with sort of like bile coming off it.
True.
But you can do that with a sword as well. So
yeah.
So it works.
And then obviously you've got the choice between sort of like clawed feet or hoofs. I think I'll go with clawed for me.
Clawed feet
for
yeah. Hooves is more of a corn thing, I suppose, because bulls and
yes, yeah. But Demon Princes expect to see more than one in each army. They're under 200 points.
Yeah, that's mental. That
is
mental.
Ridiculous. And they have their own heroic actions now, depending on what mark you give them. Yeah. I mean, just by coincidence, obviously I've picked Nurgle as a theme, so everything is going to be Mark of Nurgle, and it was going to be that regardless of rules. Just turns out that the Mark of Nurgle is disgusting.
Well, what we should do at some point, because I'll be getting the battle tome soon, hopefully.
Yes.
We should do a review on the Slaves to Darkness.
We do need to get together and do that, though, because it worked really well when we did it together, like in the same room. It was a lot better, like the format of it.
Yes, yeah, like when we did the Chaos Knights and all that, and yes, it was good fun. Yeah. The unboxing, everybody loves an unboxing on YouTube.
Exactly,
love
yeah.
It. You love an unboxing.
Speaking of unboxing, I'm just recording an unboxing for a game that we've been sent.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that.
I have.
Yeah, Chronopia. So yeah, got sent a message and said, "Would we like to do an unboxing and review of this new incarnation of a game?" So yeah,
I must admit, it was the first time I'd ever heard of it. I did look it up on the
it's 20 years old. It's 20 years old, don't you know, that game?
It's been going a while. Oh, wow, where have you been?
Yeah, it's been sort of brought back out, 3rd edition of it. So yeah, it looks good. I can't wait to get that video out there. I'm just waiting to build some of the models, so I've got something to actually to show. Yes, I'm just going through now the chaos stuff, Ash, just to see if I can find a couple of things we've been talking about. But alas, I'm not going to find it, am I? Because I'm trying to do it spur of the moment.
Of course,
so it's not going to let me do it. But I won't spoil it. We'll. I was just going to find the Nurgle bit. So I thought it was particularly cool. Yeah, so this is what's good about Nurgle. Mark of Nurgle. So everything with the Mark of Nurgle is subtract 1 from wound rolls for attacks made with melee weapons that target the unit.
Oh.
So in AOS, I don't know how aware people are, there's a lot of stuff in the game that give you +1 to hit. there's a lot of +1 to hit spells, command abilities, other
Auras.
things. Yeah, so you can negate a -1 to hit quite easily with a +1 to hit, because you can either just do, all out attack, +1 to hit, boom, done, 1 command point, easy. -1 to wound, not a lot that can counteract that. There's not many plus to wound in the game. I think there's only like 2 units that I could think of before. I can't remember what they were now. I did have a look. But yeah, which makes this ability, just for being Mark of Nurgle, bloody fantastic.
I imagine our marks aren't extra points. It's just allocated as keyword, correct?
Every unit gets a mark. You can mix them and everything.
Nice.
It's absolutely fine. And the models with the Mark of Nurgle can get a special command ability that you can use at the start of the combat phase. Friendly Nurgle Slaves of Darkness units that receive the command, after that unit fights for the first time in that phase, roll a dice for each enemy unit within 3 of that unit. On a 3-up, they suffer D3 mortal wounds.
3-up? Oh.
Yeah, within 3 inches. Yeah. So
I was going to say, is it a 4-up and it's 1 mortal wound per 4-up? Ooh.
Yeah, on a 3-up.
That's... Ooh.
D3 mortals, just for being near them.
Ooh. Dear.
Great.
I tell you what that would be good on. A big unit of Marauders.
Okay.
If they can take marks, I assume they can as well.
Maybe. I haven't even looked at them because I'm not really interested. But
I know that, but if it's for... Is it for each... Each model in...
Each unit within 3 inches of that unit.
Okay, I was thinking more.
No,
okay.
So I mean, it's good on any and it's only a command ability, so any commander or any leader can issue it to a unit with a Mark of Nurgle. So what it's good for is if you're in combat with like someone's hero general, and if they're like a 4, 5, 6 wound hero on foot. Like, you fought them in combat, they may be on 3, 4 wounds left, or whatever. We'll say 2 or 3 wounds left. You then go, right, do that. D3 mortals. You could wipe out their wizard or their hero or something.
Yeah. Or if you do have a big unit of Marauders, if there's multiple enemy units and you multi-charge, and then you're covering a big area then for D3 mortal wounds everywhere. Yeah. There's just a rubbish unit that you sort of charged in. At least you got some mortal wounds in it. But there's a lot of good ways you could play that. It's
a handy little thing. I say, unfortunately, Tzeentch is more than useless. Slash isn't much better. I say Khorne is pretty good. That's add 1 to attacks characteristic for melee weapons when they've made a charge.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can make some things really tanky, like a lot of attacks. And I say, if you're running Chaos Undecided, which I think you like to run, don't you, Ash? Like
I used to. I am using more marks now in 40k especially, because they do stuff. But yes, I usually Chaos Undecided is if I haven't got it. Yeah. Is there a thing for that as well? I bet it's like +1 bravery.
It just means that your heroes that aren't unique roll on the Eye of the Gods table. You can re-roll any one of the dice. In addition, undecided Slaves of Darkness heroes can issue the following command. So it's a command ability. You chuck it on a unit until the end of the phase. Add 1 to wound rolls for attacks made with melee weapons that target an enemy hero or monster.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty alright, yeah. I say the Eye of the Gods thing is really cool if you want to play into that, because you're rolling on that table a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you
It's,
take
it's one of the aspects in either Chaos Battle Tomes or Codexes, respectively, for the game. It's one of the more fun aspects of,
yeah
of the rules.
yeah I think Host of the Everchosen is the damned legion that I think everyone will take. It's the only one that seems to be any good. If I'm honest,
Fair enough.
it did get a nerf, which is odd. I don't know if you're aware. The book's not even out yet, and they've done an errata.
Yeah, it seems to be standard thing these days.
Yeah, so it has changed. It was pretty broken, to be honest, but it was that you take this damn legion and any Chaos Chosen, Chaos Knights, Chaos Warriors, or Varangard, when they receive the rally command, you return one slain model to that unit on each 5-up instead of 6. They wrote it in here as 4.
Okay.
In addition, you can pick an additional one of the special banner enhancements for your army. So yeah, it's not too bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad.
That's pretty good.
I think we're coming towards the end of the video anyway, Ash.
Yes, unfortunately, that would be my cue.
Yeah. Was there anything you wanted to finish up on with mental health wise? You said it might be something you want.
Yeah, I suppose I mentioned earlier one of the more professionals to speak to, but a really good set of people to speak to is to contact Talking Space. Mm-hmm. It's for anybody who is feeling like they need someone to talk to. Hence the name Talking Space. So if you are suffering from anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, self-harm thoughts, anything like that, they are the best people to initially contact. I personally think, and they have helped me. And they get a trained professional to contact you. And you can contact them via, or you sort of firstly set up through the NHS website. So you'd put in your details into the NHS website, who your local GP is and who you're registered with, etc., etc. And someone will contact you on an appointment slot, and dependent on how you've questioned it, they'll prioritise from there. But no, there are loads of other different types of professionals or people you can speak to. And same with us at Daz Wargaming. Like we keep saying it, even if you just want to chat, you're more than welcome to just drop us an inbox.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like I said, me and Daz have been there, got the t-shirts.
Veterans. Yeah, definitely.
I've been speaking to professionals for so long. I've got to chip into for staff birthday presents now.
Exactly.
How much
exactly. But yeah, what Ash said. Just want to thank everyone that's joined in the chat, watched along live, or watched it back. Means a lot. So don't forget to like and subscribe and all that jazz. Just want to thank Ash for coming and joining me on one of these again. It's been a while, but it's great to have you back.
It's brilliant to be back, and thank you for having me back. No
worries. Hopefully we'll see you on some more stuff. I'm
sure we will.
Yeah. So until next time, guys, remember, stay safe and happy hobby all. Bye bye.
Happy hobby, everybody.